Good afternoon, friends. Happy Sunday to everybody. We are here. It is Sunday. We have the wonderful and fantastic Junosphere with us. These are Juno's hands.
I'm making a heart sign, so it's actually a mudra, believe it or not. The heart sign.
The heart sign is a mudra. I love that. That's beautiful. So before we get rolling, I want to say how awesome it is that you are sharing the screen with me. Juno and I have been chat buddies for probably like a year and a bit, right? And it's a real treat to have a chat buddy now with her own channel and sharing the screen with me. So this is really, really cool. I want to say thank you to everybody popping into the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Juno. These are Juno's hands. We're going to do some mind, body, and spirit readings today. Of course, if you want another question answered, feel free to pop it in the chat. As long as it isn't medical, political, or legal, we will do our best to help you out. As always, when we have a new guest, a first-time guest on the channel, we have our few little questions that we like to ask. I would encourage everyone to check Juno's channel out. The link is in the description box below the video. Please do share some love, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the thumbs up. I'm sure that it is appreciated. I know it is by me. I'm sure Juno would appreciate the love as well. So with that being said, you're putting your thumbs up. I love it.
Yep.
Hi to Janet P and to Gina M, my conga coordinator. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Hi, Vivian. Nice to see you. Hi, Jill. She's saying, hey, Junosphere.
Hey, everybody.
Marcia Green is in the house. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Nancy Riker. You guys are awesome. All right. So, Juno, are you ready for the questions?
I am ready. Are you ready for the answers? That's the question.
Listen, bring it, my friend. Bring it. I'm ready. Okay. First question. What are 3 things that you always must have on your person, or like in a bag with you, or in your purse, or whatever the case may be?
On my person, I always wear a moldavite. It's actually a heart-shaped moldavite crystal.
Nice.
And a Herkimer diamond crystal. I always wear those. Only take them off to shower. And that's like grounding the, heaven and earth. That's, the Herkimers come from way deep in the earth. And the moldavite happened when a meteor hit the earth and it was formed. It's like extraterrestrial glass. So you're kind of getting, and then there's me in the middle. And the other thing, I always like to keep my Valor essential oil with me. That's like one of my go-to things. If I got to go to the store or deal with the world outside at all, or even before this, I either breathe it in or I put it on my third eye. And those are 2 things that are really important to me. Other than my dogs, but those fur factories. But
fur factories, yeah. Tell me about it, friend. Honestly, with the cat hair around here, I could make another cat. But anyway, that's a whole other show. All right. That was a great answer, by the way. Second question. If you could time travel to any year, past or in the future, what year do you think you would want to travel to? I got you, Nancy.
Well, when I had Akashic Bob read me, he said that I was a scribe back in ancient Egypt when they were building the pyramid at Giza, that I was there working, just taking notes of the building materials and the measurements and everything on my own. And they saw what I was doing and they hired me to do it for them, for the government. But then at night I could go into the pyramid and work and do my own studies. And I would love to go back and do that again. I don't know what year that was, but
wow,
it was pretty potent. And I have very scribe-like tendencies in this life. So
that's kind of like cool.
Yeah. And maybe find out the secrets from the inside of the pyramid by doing that.
Right. That would be amazing. Butterfly Kisses Healing, I've popped it up on the screen, says I have my moldavite. I'm never going to be able to say that right. Herkimer on right now. It is also a heart. Cool.
Oh my goodness, you're kidding.
Isn't that neat?
Wow. That is
Well,
so cool. And my ancestors settled Herkimer County, New York, which is where Herkimer diamonds come from.
beautiful.
So,
I love that. Jill, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Welcome to Dozen Cats for me. And no, I don't have a dozen cats because that's usually the second question that everybody asks. I have
just enough hair for a dozen cats, right?
I have enough fur, yeah, but
Yeah.
not actually the four-legged variety. All right, third question. Would you say that you're an organized person, a disorganized person, or more like an organized chaos?
Organized chaos. Yeah. I've got beads and crystals and all kinds of colors of threads, and then there's the books, and then there's the, it goes on and on and on. So they're organized, but it's the surface stuff that's disorganized, the stuff I see all the time, but the stuff I really need is extremely organized. So
I love it.
I'm a dichotomy.
I love it. All right, fourth question would be, if you could name an ice cream flavor after you, what do you think you would call it?
Oh, you're going to give me one of those.
Mm-hmm.
The
last question, I promise, is way easier.
No. Crystal Vision ice cream. How's that?
I love that. That's the best answer yet. Crystal
Vision ice cream.
Wow, that's awesome.
It guaranteed never to give you a headache from, ice headache, freeze headache.
Freeze brain or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I love it. That was such a good answer. Okay. Last question. What does a day off for Juno look like? Like ideal if you had a day off.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Oh. Nothing.
Friend.
Just,
do it.
Just be peaceful and don't have to think about anything, don't have to go anywhere, don't have to just be. Just a day to be.
Just be. I was saying that yesterday during, I don't remember whose reading it was, but it was like, just be like a tree, just be still, just be quiet. And that actually was part of Danny's message this morning on Sunday with Spirit, right? Just be quiet.
Yeah, I wrote him a long response to that because that his Sunday with Spirit was really powerful today. Really, so
it was really, really good. I also left a comment. I love that. I love his Sunday with Spirit. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Hi to Kiba and to Anna Banana.
Hi, everybody.
And Linda is in the house. And who else I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Jan's Free is here. Thank you for being here. Cardamancy Mesquite is in the house. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you for being here, everybody. Appreciate you. If you have a question, pop it up into the chat. Otherwise, we're going to do some mind, body, and spirit reading. So if you want a mind, body, and spirit reading, just put MBS. And if you have a regular question, of course, you can type it in the chat. And we will do our best to answer you. Just no political, no medical, and no legal questions. And so we have our first question, Juno. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So this is from Nancy Riker. And Nancy Riker says, I'm popping it up on the screen here. Nancy Riker says, I'm celebrating my dad's birthday today. Can you let me know and give me a message from him? Does he know I'm celebrating? Oh, that is so, 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 so sweet. And I want to say, of course he knows. Kiba, I've got you, love. Hello, Linda. Marcia, I've got you. Vivian, I've got you. Gina, I've got you. Woohoo! We are on a roll, my friend. All right, let's do it.
Yay.
All right.
I grabbed my Divine Feather Messenger deck.
I love it.
Thought maybe that would be.
I shuffle really loud. I hope it's not too annoying.
Oh, can we do that? All right, then I'll do that too.
I'm like a power shuffler. What can I tell you? Hi, Kristen. I got you, Linda.
I like knowing that they're really shuffled. That's one of my
I got you, Gypsy JJ. I didn't say hello to you. Thank you for being here, Gypsy JJ. Hello, hello, hello. Kristen, real quick, we are doing mind, body, and spirit readings. If you would like one of those, put MBS in the chat. If you have a regular question, as long as it isn't political, medical, or legal, pop it into the chat.
And everybody, my camera's upside down, so I'm doing my best to work around that. And oh, the card I got with this feather is the chickadee. I love chickadees. And it says, the time is right to release old patterns and energies. You are ready to embrace change. Okay, you guys, let me hold up here so you can see the chickadee. Okay, I don't know. You can at least see the bird. It's hard to make out the writing, but when I grew up back east, we had chickadees all the time. I love seeing them in the wintertime and hearing their call.
Such a beautiful card.
That's what the feather looks like that they have for the chickadee.
I love it. Beautiful. Oh, and we have a Charlotte on the table. Charlotte's coming to say hello from your father to you, Nancy. Charlotte says hello. You have a message for Nancy from her dad? Do you want to say hi to Nancy? Mm-hmm. Say happy birthday to her dad? That would be really sweet if you could. I know you don't like to be held, but we're going to do it anyway. Say hi, Nancy. Happy birthday to your daddy. All right. Now she's going to lay all over the cards and knock them all over the table, of course, because that's what we do. Everyone's saying meow and hello back to you, Charlotte.
Can I tell you a quick cat story?
Yes, of course.
About cats walking into the scene. When I do a healing art called Jin Shinjitsu, and one of the instructors would have the class at her home, and she'd have the tables all set up in her living room, and she had cats and dogs and everything else, but they were all sequestered during a class. And when you work on somebody, they're laying on the table and you place your hands in certain positions on their person. And this cat, while we were doing this certain flow at the hand position at the knee and the ankle, the cat forced its way out of being locked in the garage, came in the house somehow, laid down, and laid in such a way that their front paws and back paws were right on the knee and on the ankle. It was like the cat was doing the exact flow that we were doing. It was so trippy. So they know. They're so sensitive.
Cats are so connected. And the last time little Miss Charlotte tried to do this, she turned my whole keyboard or my whole screen upside down. So I'm moving the keyboard. All right. Are you done, love?
I am.
Okay. So Nancy, I pulled some tarot cards for you. This is what I got. Okay. I've got the Four of Fire. That's celebration. Celebrating a milestone, hanging out with your soul tribe. It's about really like the idea of just contentment, right? I love that. Then we've got Awakening or the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot.
Nice.
I'm actually going to bring us forward so that you can see the cards.
Oh, there you go.
I
only have one.
Find the camera again. So this is the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot. In this deck, it's called the Awakening, right?
Oh, wow. I haven't seen that deck before.
Yeah, this is a lovely deck. It's the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot.
Cool.
So it's a time to take a pause, right, and do some introspection, reflection, trying to gain more perspective. In this particular case with these cards, I think that it is some sort of experience that you are going through, right? It is a spiritual experience that you're going through. Because I only threw down 3 tarot cards and I got 2 major arcana. And the next card I have is the High Priestess.
Oh, wow.
Okay. This is your intuition. This is your inner wisdom and your patience. And so on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Air or the Ace of Swords. This is about, again, inspiration and communication. And how appropriate is it that you're asking for a message from your dad? your dad, I think, is communicating with you through your intuition. So I would be really curious to know if you've ever tried automatic writing, or if you've ever dreamt and received a message from your dad. And if you haven't, perhaps tonight when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, say a little prayer, right? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, that type of things. Please keep me safe. And if you have a message, Dad, send it to me while I dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
See if you receive it, because the next two cards that I've got, so I've got conscious steps, which is considered action and looking forward. So I believe like your dad is like watching every step that you make, every movement forward, which is beautiful. I mean, I love that. And the next thing that I get is wisdom of the Magi, which is mental clarity. So all of the cards are talking about your intuition and your inspiration and this like introspection kind of moment that you're going through, and also the communication. So I believe he is communicating with you. Absolutely. I would be really curious to know if he's ever come through in a dream for you. That's what I got.
Very nice. I keep getting the vision of a birthday cake being sliced open, and it being like a layer of chocolate, then a layer of white cake, and a layer of chocolate. So
I love that.
And hearing just blow out the candles and make a wish for me. Make a wish on me.
That's so kind. I love that. Nancy says, beautiful. Yes, he's a guide and have messages from Dad many times. Lovely.
Nice.
All right. Hi, Pierrette. Hi, Kathleen J. Lightworker. Thank you for being here. Hi, Karen. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anybody. All right. Moving right along. We've got Keep Alliance up for a mind, body, and spirit. So we'll give her... Juno, Nancy says, yes, Kelly, he has come through in her dreams, and his favorite was ice cream cake, Juno.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Which is why you might have been seeing the chocolate and the chocolate and vanilla, because it's ice cream.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so cool. Very I love cool. That. Happy birthday to your dad.
Yeah, happy birthday.
All right, so Kiba wants a mind, body, and spirit. So 3 cards, and what do we have for Kiba? Mind, body, and spirit. What do we have? So we're doing mind, body, and spirit readings. If you want a mind, body, and spirit reading, put MBS. If you would like a regular reading, type your question in the chat. As long as it isn't medical, political, or legal. And I just want everyone to know we have 7 to go, so I can take a few more. Of course, Jan's free. I've got you, love. I envision everyone. This isn't a psychic vision. I just envision everyone trying to type.
Yeah.
All right, Kiba.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to see the chat and not go, I need to type something.
Right?
It's my first time. Be gentle, everybody. I'm using the Whispers of Lord Ganesha deck, which have the most beautiful pictures. Here's the book that comes with it.
Beautiful.
And I really think I just love the pictures and the messages.
Well, you gotta love it when the cards are flying, friends.
Isn't that the truth?
Aw, Nancy, you're so sweet. You're so kind. Hugs right back to you, my friend. Do you want me to go, love?
Sure. That'd be awesome.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a refill. Thank you, honey. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Juno.
Oh, Mark says hi, Juno.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? I still haven't got my windshield wipers replaced, but I've they're sitting there waiting. I did change my air filter all by myself, though.
Wow.
Thank you for your guidance.
That's cool. So, Kiva, the first card I have for you is Release Your Inner Rebel. I mean, look at all those beautiful butterflies. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Uncle. Be yourself and create your own universe. Now, remember when I said I had 2 cards come out, right? So this appropriately fell out when I was pulling for the body. This is Angels of the Seven Chakras, which is power, truth, and connection. Right? So this is literally your body speaking to you and in terms of being fully aligned. When you're fully aligned, that's when you're standing in your power. That's when you're standing in your truth. That kind of idea, right? You are connected. Did you see how I did that? We have Archangel Phanuel, hope, optimism, and new beginnings. So that's spirit, right? So your mind is release your inner rebel. In other words, any negative self-talk or self-sabotage that you might be doing, right? Don't overthink things, just go for it. Your body is stand in your power, stand in your truth, get connected, align your chakras, and your spirit is saying, be hopeful, be optimistic, because there's new beginnings on the horizon, which is beautiful. Oh, thank you, Gypsy JJ. What you got, Juno?
Well, I think mine kind of go along with what yours are saying.
I love it when that happens.
Here's energetic movement, which would be body. It's just the same thing as you were saying. Look at that beautiful dance that he's doing.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Get out there and move. You know, a lot of times when we're feeling stuck, even if you're just waving your arms around, even, you know, like say you can't get up and dance around like you used to when you were a spring chicken and you think, well, I'm moving, I can't do that. No, you can, you know, even waving your arms around really shifts the energy. So energetic movement. And the next one is priorities. So, you know, there's the mind part, right? Put things in order. You don't have to do everything all at once. Break it down. Do what you can today. You know, like I make a list, sometimes physically, sometimes just in my head, of goals that I have for the day. And,
right.
You know, when I accomplish them, I don't negate myself for the things I didn't do. I give myself credit for the things I got done. Even if it was just putting the dishes away out of the dishwasher, any little thing. And, you know, I found that kind of attitude has really helped me.
Yep. Celebrate
me deal with depression and everything. I'm grateful for even picking up doggy doo. It's like, well, okay, but I have these great dogs that recycle this dog food for me so that I can get some exercise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Celebrate all achievements, no matter how big or how small.
Yeah. And the last card, I think, spirit with prosperity. You know, have a prosperous spirit. Realize how much you have already. That I mean, look at him. He's got his pomegranate there, and that's like that's a sign of abundance. You know, you'll see the pomegranates on the back of the High Priestess card. There's pomegranates on a lot of the different tarot cards, and he just looks so cushy sitting there, doesn't he? Prosperity. You know, have a prosperity mindset going in. You know, and spirit set really too. That like we were talking earlier about what Danny's message was today. That you know, we actually have everything already. We have the knowledge. We just think we need more because we're in this society where we think, oh, give me more. I need the latest hit. You know, I need the latest little tidbit to digest or you know, to take in. And you haven't even digested the 10 that you already have sitting there. You just want the next one.
Absolutely. I get that. Kiva says thank you, and she loves that fruit, the pomegranate. So that's lovely. All right, Marcia Green is up next. She would like a MBS. We're going to nickname it an MBS. Sounds it almost sounds like a medical treatment, does it not?
Better than IBS.
Right? I'm here for my MBS.
That's funny, Kelly.
I know. Thank you everyone for subbing to Juno. I appreciate you guys supporting Juno.
Thank you guys. I'm so grateful for everybody. Everybody's been so lovely and welcoming, and I'm just really thankful for everybody, and especially to Kelly, because Kelly's one of the reasons why I even did this, because she gave me the courage to at least show my hands, even though they're not really my hands. But
yeah, MBS is mind, body, and spirit, Marcia. All right, Marcia.
Marsha.
Oh, I love this for you.
What Marsha has to tell us today.
Gypsy JJ says, spiritual awakening treatment, MBS, laugh out loud. I love it.
There you go.
Lisa, it's we're doing mind, body, and spirit readings. So if you would like a mind, body, and spirit reading, just type in MBS in the chat. Oh, thank you, Kristen. She's helping us out. I love it.
I don't know how you do this and manage all these, keeping track of this and that. And you sound intelligent. You're amazing, Kelly.
Well, my friends, I am only amazing when I have wonderful people to share the screen with and amazing people in my chat. So, would you
all
like
reflect each other, right? I'll let you go first.
Oh, well, you're very kind. Marcia, this is what I've got for you, love. I have got, look at this picture. Just look at how stunningly gorgeous that is. And I know who those two are on that card, Marcia. That's you and Kiva. Follow your vision, my friend. Follow your vision. Never lose sight of what is really important, Marcia. That is for your mind. And for your body, we have rain, which is renewal. Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
And for your spirit, we have creation.
Very nice.
Which is soul expression and something new coming. And so I feel like you have, as long as you stay focused on what is really important, right? Coming from a place of love and gratitude, always keeping your vibration high, that allows you to keep renewing, right? Because it's almost like an awakening sort of renewing, I feel, which keeps you open to the possibilities and new opportunities, right? When you're closed, you don't see things, but when you're open, all of a sudden you're like, oh, look at that over there. Oh, look at that over there. If that makes sense, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I got for you. I hope that you like it.
Very cool. Well, I've got 3 cards that I almost kind of all overlap with mind, body, spirit. So I'm just going to talk about each one and you can interpret it as you may. The inner knowing card, and that's back to the theme of the day again. We already know a lot. Just trust yourself that you do know the answers. And even if, we're being tested all the time, especially us light workers, and we get real insecure about sometimes, like, am I really getting the right message and all that? And you really do know, it's really inside you. Just tune into it. The next card, the capacity to love. Look how beautiful that is, a close-up of this trunk.
I love it.
Yeah. So you have a huge capacity to love. And, the more love you give out, the more love you get back. And I had to go and face the world today and go to the grocery store, which I do at 6:00 on Sunday mornings. But, everybody, I'm in a very, let's say, unfriendly to my ways kind of place. And everybody who works in the store pretty much is. But, I always tell them, every single person that I run into that works there, I tell them I'm thankful for them. I appreciate them. I pray for them every day because they're putting their lives on the line to bring us food and whatever. And, when I first moved here a year ago, I thought I'd never, I would feel like an outsider. And now those people are so friendly and kind to me. And I had to push myself to do it, but I did it, and I put out love, and I get love back. So
beautiful. I mean, and that is such an important message because, we all know that. We all know it, but we forget it. And we also, I have said a few times that I believe that right now we are so looking through
blinders
with blinders and that tunnel vision kind of experience because we're afraid. That if we say the wrong thing, things will be taken out of context, confrontations, whatever the case may be. And we've sort of gone inward. There's no time like the present to go outward with love.
Definitely.
Right? Because everybody, to the card, I'm speaking to the card, right? The capacity to love. Everyone is entitled to be loved.
That's right. That's right. And, we may be at odds with these people, but we depend on them. We wouldn't have food. We wouldn't have deliveries. We wouldn't have our mail coming. There's so many things that people who think differently than us are providing, vital services that we need.
Absolutely.
And we have to put that aside and, realize we all got to work together. But
and it's very difficult to rise above that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's very difficult to rise above that because their beliefs, their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions should really not have anything to do with what they're doing. They're standing there working in a store, for example, in the grocery store, trying to earn a living, like every other person is. And as long as they are kind to you, then we must reciprocate. That's how you bridge the gap and bridge that divide and allow two individuals or more with different opinions and different thoughts, feelings, and emotions to get along. I mean, that's how you start. That's how a conversation starts, right? And who knows? You could become friends, right?
Well, it's been really funny because like some of the guys that work there, especially, I say guys and I mean the men, they might look like these burly biker types and whatever. And I've said, because I made a promise to myself when all this lockdown started a couple of years ago that I would tell every person I encountered that I appreciated them. I was thankful for them. And I made that promise to myself, and I've done it even when the people, like, I thought they're going to just look at me like I'm crazy, or they're going to, you know what? The burlier they looked, they cried. I mean, they would actually get tears in their eyes. They were like, nobody says that to me. No, because they're out there on the front lines, and just that one little thing of being kind. Just like to me, when you're in the chat and somebody just says hi to you, that meant the whole world to me.
It does, and it makes all the difference in the world. It truly, truly does.
We have such a wonderful community, and I'm so grateful for everybody because we're all helping each other. And the other card I got, I'm reading it upside down, sorry, clear your energy. And I think that goes along with this thing we're talking about too, is just move it on out, be like the hollow bone and let things just flow through you.
Yeah.
Don't hang on to it because this isn't the time for worrying about what happened yesterday or 10 years ago. We need to drop our baggage because our hands need to be ready for what's next, not for carrying old baggage around. Yeah. And another way that I learned about clearing energy, if even like I know that a lot of times I'm more sedentary than I'm up and around. If you do things where you're crossing your arms in front of your body, like if you're walking and you swing your arms so they cross in front of your body, or knitting is another way of doing that. That really helps clear your energy. Just that little simple hand movement. So maybe, and even how he's got his hands up. See what he's doing? He's moving his arms around in this picture, all four of them. But he's clearing his energy that way. So
I love it. Marcia says, thanks, Junosphere. I do have a huge capacity to love all souls. I love all three cards that you sent.
You make me cry, Marcia. I'm so glad you liked it.
Marcia has been with me since the beginning of my channel. And Marcia and Kiba are related. Kiba is Marcia's daughter. And they are just the kindest individuals.
Yeah, we got so many wonderful people. I love y'all.
Hello, Kalmar. That's my hubby. Everybody, he's in the chat saying hi. Hi, Teresa. Hugs, my friend. Hugs, my friend.
I bought bananas today, Mark. So banana bread is going to be baking soon.
Ooh. Nice. All right, Vivian is up for her mind, body, and spirit.
Okay.
Mind, body, and spirit. You are very welcome, Marcia and Kiba.
These cards just told me. Ganesha just said he's very excited. These are the first time these cards, of my deck anyway, have been used on YouTube. And Ganesha is very excited to be here for us. Ganesha is really good about removing obstacles. So
I love that. Listen,
I've got a lot of statues and depictions of him around my house.
Vivian, I just had a card flip over inside my deck for you. So when a card flips over inside the deck, it's meant for you, honey. It's meant for you. It is meant for you. Vivian says that she has a Ganesha statue at home.
Nice. I've got one that's carved out of quartz crystal. That's really cool. Let me see if I can reach him while you're doing shuffling.
Ooh, interesting. I need to pull another card. Things that tarot and oracle readers should not ever say. Ooh, interesting. Wow. Sorry.
Can you see that there?
Beautiful.
That's my
gorgeous
quartz crystal Ganesha that's all hand carved. Let's see.
That.
Even the back is beautiful. But when I set him on the table, the angle's not right. You can't really see him, but he's always close by. He'd be like, if you asked me for 4 things that I would take with me or have with me, he would be my other one.
I love it. Hi, Lisa Foster.
Hi, Lisa Foster.
Okay, so Vivian, this is what I got for you, love. The first card we've got out is, look at that. Look at how beautiful that picture is. I love it.
Ooh.
Listen to the eternal song of your soul. Tune into it and learn to trust it. And I know that you know what that means. We've got the golden unicorn, which is ascension.
Ooh.
Notice the colors, right? The golden.
Yeah, beautiful. Right? Did you know that the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland?
Yes, actually, I did know that.
Yeah, I just found that out. I thought that was so cool.
So that is awaken to your soul's potential. So you literally have listened to the eternal song of your soul, and then you have awakened to your soul's potential. Okay. The third card that I've got is the oak tree, which is ancestors, which is why I said, interesting. And so quickly I pulled another card to see what that one had to say. And that is mindfulness, peaceful presence, and quiet mind. Which, what did I say in the beginning? Like, be still, be like a tree, right? So your spirit is saying quiet. Maybe you need to listen to some classical music, right? With the harp or some
or a singing bowl or something.
A singing bowl, something along those lines. I love that. That's a beautiful reading. I would like to claim that for myself, but I can't. What you got, Gina?
It's really interesting. I won't go into the whole story of it, but the trees keep coming up, and that has special meaning for me from yesterday and today. So, it's so cool how you can get so much from somebody else's reading that, we all gain something. Well, the first card I got is surrender. And, I've learned about surrender, release to the point of surrender when you totally give it up. Just when they say, if you don't let go of something, God can't work on it to fix it. And I just love how peaceful he looks laying there, just totally relax and just breathe and just be. And I apologize, there's a train going by if you can hear it. So what I do every time, and maybe this is appropriate timing because I live really close to train tracks, and I've started to mentally put all my baggage, my psychic baggage, every time the train goes by, I load another suitcase on there and let the train take it away.
I love that.
And it, never to be seen again. Once it's gone, it's gone.
See ya. No.
See ya. I wouldn't want to be ya. And the next card is insight.
I love that card.
So to me, that, he's very meditative and he's very peaceful. And the blue is so calming and cool, and makes me think of water, which is your your subconscious. Just you'll find the way to surrender through your insight, and you'll find they work back and forth, surrender through insight and insight through surrender.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And the next card is, sorry, I got to turn it. Promise of the future. Oh, there you go. So if you surrender and you use your insight, look at the beautiful vista that he's looking out over. It's kind of dark on the sides around him, but look at the light that he's facing towards. And I think that I think this is a very encouraging card for all of us, that this is what we're facing. The light is coming. We're going to be coming out of this darkness. The light is coming and we're part of that. We're part of bringing it forward. And,
absolutely.
Yeah. And just the way he's got his back turned and he's facing the light. He's not looking at us. He's like the sunflowers do. They move towards the light, move their faces towards the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm listening. Quincy, I think, is coming for a visit.
Oh, Quincy, that's a good name. I like.
No, he's not. He maybe he knows that Daddy's home. All right. So Vivian said beautiful cards and messages. Thank you to both of us. You're very welcome, Vivian.
You're very welcome.
All right. Gina M is up on the board.
Hey, Gina M.
Drum roll for Gina M. And thank you, Gina, for posting Juno's link and all my stuff. I appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
She is one talented conga coordinator amongst many, many, many other things that she does for all of us. Just
that's no small feat, doing the coordinating and running, helping out behind the scenes, and we always appreciate everybody.
Vivian does it too, and Butterfly Kisses Healing does it as well. And so does Kathleen and Anna Banana and so many people. I don't want to forget anybody, but
Regina M.
Hi, Hypnocity. Nice to see you, my friend. Kathleen, I sent you an email earlier, by the way. I'm looking at the screen and I just saw your name. Oh, beautiful card. If you could let me know the time for Tuesday, so I could let people know that I'm coming to your channel. Like what time I'm coming to your channel. And thank you, Gina M. Yep. Sonia Rainley is going to be our guest tomorrow night on Circle of Friends, 6 p.m. Eastern. If anyone wants to join us.
I have learned that lesson, that once you start becoming a YouTuber yourself, you have a lot less time to be watching everybody. And it's such a bummer,
Hypnocity, Juno. Yes, we have, let's see, how many more do we have here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 after Gina. So we're doing like mind, body, and spirit. So if you would like one, we can take one more. Just let me know if you want, like, put in like an M, B, and S. Okay, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. This is when it becomes a challenge, friends, to drive the ship and shuffle cards and do other things. But anyways, here we go. Love this card. So beautiful, Gina. We've got, look at this beautiful, look at the little bridge over the water. Oh, cross the bridge of happiness.
Oh.
I mean, hello.
I love that phrase. Never heard that before.
It leads over the depths of your emotions.
Whoa, that's deep.
Right?
It's very deep.
I mean, I want to pull the third card second so that it makes sense, but I won't do that. So the second card I got is Hummingbird Spirit Joy.
Yeah.
It made me cry, honestly. Like, I feel so emotional over these two cards for you, Gina. And the third card I got is Soulful Appreciation. Look at that.
Wow, look, that's profound.
Right? Heartfelt gratitude. So that's spirit.
Yeah. Look at that wing against the butterfly.
Oh my gosh, Gina, that is so funny. She's like, tap the top of your head and rub your tummy at the same time. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
And read cards upside down too while you're doing that.
Yeah, that I can't do. So Gina, if you have any emotions that you're working on releasing, any kind of, I mean, we're always working on that, right? We're always having to filter that. Once you release the joy, you will feel the gratitude, the abundance. I mean, I don't even know what to say. That is just a phenomenal, beautiful, beautiful reading for you. And I could not be happier that you are on the doorstep of receiving such joy and heartfelt gratitude. It's beautiful.
Cool. Well, the first card I got for you, Gina, is Relaxation. That's where I'd be. When you ask me what would I do, then that day, that's what I want to look like on that day when I'm just relaxing under the light of the moon, nice and cushy surroundings.
Yep.
He looks quite serene there. And we're living in such a stressful time. The relaxation is really important. It's almost like you've got to schedule it in every day to make sure you get it done because it's important to your mind, body, and spirit that you relax, let all that stuff go, put down the baggage, and just breathe, you know? And he's got that long trunk to breathe through, so he's in good shape there. The next card I have is guidance. So once you relax, I hear a lot of people, they're like, I'm not hearing my guides and I'm not, why am I feeling disconnected and everything? But our thoughts are keeping our mind and our soul so busy that we're not realizing the guidance is there. I notice guidance in every little thing now, like where I live, when I let my dogs out, I try to be really aware that nobody else is outside or there's a certain car that's coming, whatever. And the angels are always telling me, like, I let them in just in time. I just, like all those little synchronicities and that is the guidance. They're doing it in all these little ways that we think they need to clunk us over the head and have it be a major thing, but it's in the little things. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then the last card I got for you was cultivation. Listen to some music. It helps with the relaxation and the guidance. The vibrations that come through music are really, really powerful. And I think that, cultivation is also, planting seeds and having them grow. What do you want to see coming up? Excuse me, the next little while? What's the future that you want to see? And if you can't make it be in the whole world, make it in your own little world. Cultivate your own little world. When I start to feel really out of sorts, the first thing I do is I put on music of whatever kind. I've been hooked on Octopus's Garden with Ringo Starr lately, and wave my arms around, and it just makes me happy. Just it doesn't have to be a really deep, meaningful song. So
this has to mean something to you, right? I love that.
Yeah, just
beautiful reading for Gina. All right.
You liked it, Gina.
We're moving on to Linda. Gina says, I need to listen more. And so true, Juno. Earlier she had said that. And yes, thank you, Hypnicity. Please do make sure you hit the thumbs up. Patty Palmer says, I know you will, but I'm new to your channel. Well, thank you, Patty. Hi, Joe G.
Welcome, Patty.
MBS is mind, body, and spirit. Oh, thank you, Hypnicity. Yes, this is Junosphere, everybody. She has just started her channel recently, and I would appreciate it. I'm sure she would appreciate it as well if you would show our new friend some love. She is well known in the chats. All right, Linda, for your mind, body, and spirit, please. So we have 7 more, or 6 after this one. Do you have time if I'm
here for as long as you need me.
All right, love. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Hi, Wisdom Seeker Joan.
Welcome. Hey, Joan. There's my buddy, my monthly buddy. Oh, that sounds weird. I'm too old for that. So happy to see you here.
We're doing MBS readings, which sounds like some sort of a treatment, but anyway.
Well, BMS sounds weird.
Right? So it's what the heck are MBS is? They are mind, body, and spirit readings. If you would like one, pop it in the chat and we will see what we can do for you. It's good to see you, Joan. Okay, listen, when the cards come out, the cards come out. Linda. I don't know if this is true for you, but this is what I've got, love. I've got you are caught up in some drama. Act to free yourself, change, and blossom again. And so I don't know if this is drama with another person. Maybe someone has upset you. Doesn't have to be, like, cattiness kind of drama. It could just literally be someone might have offended you or hurt your feelings in some way. Act to free yourself, change and blossom again, right? The second card I got two cards that came out of the deck, and this one is phase entanglement, which is emotional influence. And so those two cards are sort of work drama. Okay, so you know what this is about then. Okay. The last card that I got is relaxation, right? Now, this seems very trite to me, right? Peaceful pursuits and happy times. And I don't mean to, when I say trite, I mean, like, obviously, step away from it. That sounds like, anyone could have said that to you. So allow me to pull one more card, and let's see if we can get something else for you in addition to happy times and peaceful pursuits as a way to get past or deal with this situation. I've got cave, initiation. And so I feel like if you can see that picture, right, standing there with your arms up towards the light, right, towards the power from the sun or the moon, whatever the case may be. Initiation. I want to say to you, for entertainment purposes only, if you feel like you need to make a change because it is affecting you, then you should start to try to manifest that kind of change, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to say to you. You're too nice and kind to be put in a situation where you're being mistreated.
Very nice. Something I learned in Jinshin Jitsu, a phrase was stop nurturing fruitless trees. If things aren't changing or whatever, don't put any energy on it anymore. Focus on where you want to go, not where you've been.
Exactly.
And I know it's hard to pry our fingers off, when we're white knuckling it and thinking we've got to hang in there for this or that or the other. And sometimes just letting it go is the best thing we can do. Right. And move forward.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Well put, Juno. Thank you for helping me.
I'm not trying to. I hope I'm not stepping on you.
No, not at all. That was really beautifully put. I appreciate it.
The first card I got was generosity, and I feel this is be generous with yourself. A lot of us, especially those of us in our community, we're such givers. We're always there to give to everybody else, but we don't allow ourselves to receive, and also we don't give to ourselves.
Yeah.
So be kind and generous to yourself, and share with others when it's appropriate, when they're worthy of you sharing.
Listen, may I interrupt for a second? I'm sorry.
Please.
I don't like to do that, but I do it all the time. Not intentional. Well, because I'm a chatter. What can I say? So I want to say this. The other day, my internet was cut off from like 3:30 in the morning to like 9:30 at night on Friday, right? It was like an outage all across Canada, right?
Oh, wow.
I popped on Saturday morning because I felt bad because I hadn't put out my pre-recorded videos. And we had done something on the other night when I was on where we just basically all embraced each other and said, we're making a deal with each other. That the people that were in that chat, so I'm spreading it because there's a couple people here today that were in that chat, and I'm saying this specifically to you, Linda, but to anyone who's here. We have some of the greatest huggers in the whole community here in this chat with us right now today.
Yeah.
So you feel like you need some support, you need a little extra love, you need someone to say, hey, how's it going? Like specifically, you feel like you need something. Type in capital letters hugs. It's our code word, and the whole chat will hug you.
I didn't know that. That's so cool because I've seen that in the chat and didn't realize the story behind it.
That's what we're doing.
That is so cool.
So
it's been amazing to me that I've had like something that I've been out in the world and something traumatic has happened. Like I barely missed being in a really wicked car accident and I came home just shaking like a leaf. And you know what? Almost every single time something has happened, there's a live chat going on that I can jump into and people, talk me off the ledge, so to speak. And
absolutely.
I've never had this experience, even like in my own personal life. It's just a whole different world. I have so much love and respect for all the people in the chat and all the different readers. And, I'm just really grateful to be part of this community.
Well, we're grateful that you're a part of this community. Before you, Gina M just put that in there for you, Patty, so you can subscribe to Junosphere.
Thank you. Look at the card I got. Embrace.
Beautiful.
Talking about hugs, there's your embrace.
Hugs.
Look at the look on his face. He just looks so he's just so happy and just, I just love that. And it just fits right in with what you were saying, Kelly. Perfect. I love it when the cards do that.
Isn't it?
Now this one's the first one that's come up the second time around in insight. And I think that this is a message for all of us. I think all these cards really do relate to all of us sometimes, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And the beautiful roses, stop and smell the roses kind of thing. There's so much that we get through smell that we don't realize that how can really enhance our day, Like I know for me
I don't know where this conversation's going, friends. We're talking about MBSs and smells. No, sorry.
I can smell you from here, Kelly.
I know, right? It's like, what?
It's scratch and sniff YouTube.
Oh, that's funny.
But it's really interesting. Like a lot of times if I like even just getting in the habit, say I'm going to do a reading or I'm going to do something spiritual. If I, do some sage or smell some essential oils or something, because it shifts my mind into that.
Right.
And my spirit and my body follow that. Oh, this is a signal that, okay, this is where we're going now. And we're going to be looking for insights. And I just love the blue color on this card.
It's gorgeous.
And see how he's got his feet together? That's a way of, like in Jinshin we call it jumper cabling, but you can do it with your feet as well as with your hands. It's like he's really recirculating his own energy there.
Right.
And then you can see his third eye is you see what I mean, is displayed, is depicted right there, is really large. And that is the insight. If I could sit like that, I would, but,
right.
We do what we can these days. So
that's great. That's why we have cards that are connected like that.
Exactly. So I hope that's helpful, Linda, for your reading for today.
Sure, Patty.
You're generously embraced and you will receive insight. How's that?
I love it. Kathleen says, yes, the blue feels like you could dive into it.
Yeah, doesn't it? It's so intense.
And Gypsy JJ says that the colors match your mandala.
Yeah.
Lots of people subscribing to your channel. Thank you so much, everybody. Guys. Everybody is so sweet. Juno is awesome. Before you know it, she'll have more subscribers than all of us combined. Because she's just that talented. And I mean, honestly, she's like a walking encyclopedia with all of the resources.
You live alone long enough, you got to do something to keep yourself occupied. So. And when I make these mandalas, every stitch is a prayer, and it sends so much love and healing and respect and appreciation out to everybody who's viewing. So they kind of do their own magic just by looking at them.
True that. Jill says, FYI, MBS is also the initials of the Saudi prince.
Yeah.
Connected death of journalist in embassy, maybe MSB or ELF BMS. Oh my goodness. Or we could just say mind, body, and spirit. I just thought it was easier.
Here we go. Yeah.
All right, Gypsy JJ.
Hey, Gypsy JJ. I like her peace sign. That's cool.
Yes.
Our job these days is just to be the placeholders, hold the peace, because there's enough of the other stuff going on. We don't need to add to it. Just be and stay quiet. And
Gypsy JJ, I don't know if you've seen that, but your card flew. Like it flew, tossed right out. I love it when that happens. Oh, there you go. There's another one. Oh, beautiful. Pause. We should like be able to insert music while we shuffle, no?
There you go. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle music. Let's see what we got here.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Priorities.
Wow, this is a interesting cards. Gypsy JJ says take off launch.
I like what Joe G says about it, switching the energy of that MBS. I thought about that, canceling it out. I like that.
Okay. I hope these make sense to you, Gypsy JJ. If not, go with whatever Juno says. I'm pretty sure it's going to make sense. Okay, so this is the card that flew out. A partnership for the new age. It is time to welcome it. Now, this would imply that it is a romantic partnership. From the other cards that I have on the table, I sort of think that this is a partnership with spirit.
Mm-hmm.
A partnership, like a contract with yourself. But hey, I'm just putting it out there. It flew out of the deck. What can I tell you? The second card that I've got is Unicorn, which is purity. I mean, the card is just stunning, right? With all the gold flecks, beautiful light around it. The next card that I've got is Ascended Masters, which is devoted spirits with specific intentions.
Nice.
So that's your card from Spirit. And so I threw another card because I was like, okay, tell me more about this, this romance card that I got. And I've got, look at this, gorgeous.
Oh.
I've got the owl, which is intuition. And so I don't know if you're looking for it, but that's why I said, I think that this is about like your spiritual connection, right? Embracing that, having a, learning to love that, learning to embrace it, learning to sort of grow with it, if that makes sense. Those are beautiful cards.
Those are really nice. I like that.
Gypsy JJ says, oh, but I want a lover, just saying.
Be careful what you wish for.
Right? Oh my gosh. I just love you, Gypsy JJ. You make me a people.
Well, first card, I went back to priorities again. Make your priorities. If you want a lover, manifest a lover, or we'll manifest a lover, whatever your flavor is. Why do men get all the words like that?
Well, we have words too, but you can't say them.
Exactly. I just love the colors in this card. This
Beautiful.
artist just amazes me.
They're beautiful cards.
The artist is actually from Russia, which surprised me because you think, it would be somebody from Asia, but and he's holding the lotus there. And the lotus is a sign. It's a sexual sign or whatever. If you're looking for a lover, the lotus is very sacred that way. Let's see what the next card is. Positive outlook. So think positively. And he's got a big trunk.
Wow.
I won't say any more. He's actually got a whole bunch of trunks. So think positive, think big, make a list of what you want. If you are looking for a lover, make a very specific list, because I know the universe is very literal. Don't just be.
Sorry, can you look at the screen? Look at the screen. Just look at the screen.
She gets me.
Hey, Bronx Sage. By the way, Joe G, I've got you. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. And this one is personal transformation. Oh, and he's got the spheres there. Look at all the different spheres that are
Beautiful.
in this picture. Yeah, just create your own world. How do you like I see him like he's looking at that big blue one above his finger like that's his vision that he's creating of what he wants to see, you know. And
I
then
could say something totally inappropriate, but I'm gonna.
oh,
I'm
please
because
do.
honestly, I'm looking at the card going. He's got a big ball and a little ball, and he's got.
Well, you know, sometimes one is more appropriate than the other. He's got flying balls if you want to look at it that way. Sorry, Gypsy. Oh, you know, and you
Happy
know,
Sunday. No.
well, it's actually, I think it's actually, if you look at it, aren't they all like are they the planets? Because it looks like
Yes.
maybe a planet behind him. You know, they're all in their,
It looks like orbit, like planets
yeah,
are in
orbit.
orbit.
Exactly. So
I
who's
say
in your orbit? Or who do you want to draw into your orbit? And who's got a blue ball?
friend. That could be a whole lot of people.
I don't know. It's a vague memory for me. So
Bronx Age says balls everywhere. Oh my gosh. Hi, Tracy Ralph. This is not the time for anyone to pop in and have no idea what we're all going on about. Hi, Marie Henson. Joe G says a trapeze artist.
oh, flexible.
Right?
I always wondered about no gravity, you know.
Yeah.
Blue
Butterfly Kisses Healing says the train has derailed.
Did you hear it just went by too?
We need to put some stuff on that train. Let us know when the next one comes by, please. Oh my goodness.
You know what's weird is I've gotten to where I can tell who's not. I don't know the people who are driving the trains, but they all have their own distinct way of blowing their whistle when they go through. It's really funny how they all got like their own little Morse code that they do.
Sorry, I'm trying really, really, really hard to like get my focus back, but
good luck.
I'm like some other place. Oh my gosh. There absolutely is. Hypnocity says there's a little of it in all of us. Absolutely, friends. All right. We will try. We will try really, really hard. So for those of you that just joined us, this is Junosphere. Please like, share, subscribe to her channel. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. And
Ballroom Blitz, Marie.
I'm not sure who's doing what here, but anyways, this is what we're doing.
Did you see Marie Henson? Did you see Marie Henson? Ballroom Blitz.
Yes, Ballroom. Oh, I used to love that song.
Yeah, Queen, isn't it? Is that who did that?
I appreciate you trying to be good, Bronx. Gypsy JJ says, well, it's the universe now, ain't it? Far as. Thank you, lady. Blitz, Ballroom Blitz. Yeah, I remember that song. I don't remember who's singing it. All right, back to business. Jan's free. That was like our 7th inning stretch.
All right.
Right?
This is like fun. Thank you, Kelly. I've never done this before. This is so much fun.
Well, I appreciate you being here, and I'm glad that you are enjoying yourself. That is what it is all about, my friend.
Well, you make going live easy, Kelly. You put me at ease and all that, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot.
You're very kind, my friend, and you are welcome anytime you care to join.
Oh, I'd love to come back again. I'm a live virgin no more.
Bring your trunks and your balls with you. And
yes. Nothing up my sleeve. Or down my glove. Aww.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, from Wayne's World. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know who sang that. Did they know who sang that? Sunshine in the wind.
Marie says,
"Sweet."
There you go.
Sorry,
All right, Jan's free. This is what I've got for you. I love this card. It is beautiful. We've got, look at that, the koi fish around the lotus. So the lotus within you awakes.
Mm.
You are a master in light on high. You are a master in light on high. So in other words, your bright light is shining brightly. or your light is shining brightly. Not your bright light is shining brightly. Honestly, it's like my words have failed me today. Anyways, moving on. Secret spring success. Speaking of a light shining brightly, notice the lantern at the tip of the boat guiding the way.
Oh, wow.
And then we have, again, the angels of the 7 chakras, which is power, truth, and connection. Speaking of light shining brightly.
That's a really cool card. I like that with all the angel wings.
Isn't that pretty?
That's really cool.
I think your message, Dan's Free, is, you know, you continue to stand in your power and stand in your truth, which is, you know, all of us trying to strive to that end, allows you to be seen, to be heard, and that is what is success, right? That feeling of acceptance, that feeling of belonging, that feeling of, you know, fitting in and being prosperous and generous and filled with abundance. It's beautiful, beautiful cards for you.
Really nice.
Oh, my friend.
Okay, well, the first card I get is healing. And the hit that look at the peacocks on there too. Oh, beautiful.
Again. See, you just can't dress us up, take us anywhere, really is what I'm saying.
But the hit I got with this is that you need a time of healing. You need a time to kind of pull inward and allow yourself to heal. And there's I'm going to do a video about the goddess Juno. And she has a connection with peacocks that's really interesting. So I'm curious that this card showed up. But, you know, take time out and heal and surround yourself in beauty. You know, let the other things go, and don't be comparing yourself to others. That was a part of the message with the peacock. Yeah, do your healing. And when you heal, so does the world heal. So does everybody.
I don't like to you know, I say this saying all the time, and I don't mean it to be trite. I honestly mean it because it speaks to me personally. Mm-hmm. And when I hear it, like it makes me feel a certain way, like I react to it. Every single one of us has a light, right? Mm-hmm. Every single one of us needs our light to be seen, and every single one of us needs to have our light seen. Mm-hmm. The only way that our light shines brightly is if we are, you know, our chakras are aligned, we're centered, we're, you know what I mean? We've done the healing, we've done the releasing, right? We've done the work. Mm-hmm. We're up to ourselves.
I also noticed that we also mirror off each other. You know, it's when we interact with each other that our lights become even brighter.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, we are a phenomenal force. When we join hands, we are a phenomenal force, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I want to point out that Kristen Louise says that the peacock feather is a symbol of prosperity in Hinduism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, there's a myth out there that peacock feathers are bad luck and whatever. And that actually just came from a novel that somebody wrote. You know, that was not, it's not like some deep, dark, traditional secret like a lot of these other symbols are. It was just somebody put that in a book. I'll have to remind myself of which book it was from.
Right.
And here we got the balls again, but I can't help it.
We'll try.
But, you know, it's also about, if you look at that, like it's not taking, everything is light. You know what I mean? Like he's not weighed down by trying to keep all these different balls in the air, so to speak. I'm shifting away from our other conversation here, but
well, you know, something that stands out to me is that he's balancing, like if that is a ball and he's balancing it on his one finger. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like, based on the name of the card, the personal transformation, like everything is in proper alignment, because now you're literally holding things by one finger instead of like trying to hold on to it with everything. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And even the way he's got the one at the end of his trunk, it doesn't look like it's weighing it down. You know, everything is very light. And like you say, it's in its own orbit. It's in the proper orbit. When you're going through healing, you know, sometimes things can be a little chaotic or a little confusing, but out of chaos comes order. And that's how the universe is. You know, you look at the Big Bang and that was chaotic. And then now look at everything, you know, these planets are all in their own orbit.
Right.
Excuse me. And then we're back to the beginnings again, you know, and it's to show the cycle of things. If you want to change things, you know, start with healing. Everybody needs healing every day. It's not like just a certain, like going to church on Sunday. That's the only time you get in touch with spirit. It isn't like that. It's about having it there every day. And every ending is a new beginning, like how the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. And it's like, you know, you have the caterpillar, and then when he's in the cocoon, it's like at one point it's just like mush, you know what I mean? It's just like liquidy or whatever, and then out of that comes something totally different from how it started.
Yeah. So, Hypnocity is asking balance out of chaos.
Yes. Yep. Very important. Balance is very important. And balance doesn't necessarily mean everything is 50-50. Like how that card you showed with the butterfly weighed against all the coins.
Yeah.
It's a dance. Balance is a dance. Yeah. I think balance is a fluid thing, not a stagnant thing.
You know, for me with my anxiety, to that point about the balance, out of balance and chaos, if everything is okay, meaning there's nothing urgent going on in my life, I can create all kinds of reasons and excuses why I can't do, you know, ABC, whatever. But if someone picked up the phone or sent me an email or sent me a text and said, like, I need you, and I had no time to think about it, I would like snap into gear and
you would drop everything and go do it. Right.
And so sometimes the chaos and it is what actually does sort of bring you back into focus without you actually realizing that that's what it's done. Yes, Patty, I've got you on the list, love. I just want to quickly say that so after Jan's Free, we've got Pierrette, Hypnocity, Patty, Joji, and then Marie Henson.
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I have anxiety issues to the point where I won't check my mail during daylight.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not that I mean, I know my stuff when it comes to talking about certain things, but being able to do it this way is my comfort zone. And I appreciate that you honor that, Kelly, because it's where I'm comfortable and I want to share, but this is how I can do it. And
well, I mean, you listen, I'd rather have you here and just showing your hands than not have you here at all. Right. And I think that as people get to know you in this way, they will, you know, appreciate you for the wisdom that you bring and the gift that you're sharing, not really care about, you know, what part they're seeing of you. So I don't want you to stress about that.
I am what I am, like Popeye said, you know.
That's it. Oh, nice, Melinda. She said she's leaving for an adventure, and she's digging the gloves.
Oh, they're a lot of fun. You know, a lot of people have, you know, weird reactions to seeing the skeleton, and it's like, well, if we didn't have these bones as our structure, we would just be a pile of goo and flesh on the floor. You know, we need our structure. I find them all really kind of fascinating. But that's just me. I'm glad you like them. This is for Pierrette. I love that name, Pierrette. Such a beautiful name.
Is it not? Beautiful. Beautiful.
What you got?
Oh, you can go if you want. I've only got one card out yet. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Pierrette, the first card I pulled for you was Inner Knowing. You know, back to the just be, you know. Mary Burmeister, who is like the founder of Jinshin Jitsu, she had put out these self-help books, and they're not very thick, but there's a lot of information in them. And one woman bought them and read them and contacted Mary, and she said, "I want my money back." She said that this is all very redundant. I'm not. Why you say the same stuff over and over? And Mary was very gracious in her response, and she says, "Well, I'll gladly refund your money." She goes, "You're right. I could have condensed all 3 of those books into one word: breathe." And, that's really powerful, that we just need to keep inhaling and exhaling. And that's our inner knowing. We don't, we just breathe without thinking about it. And we need to breathe to have the knowing, breathe in the knowledge. And look at how he's like suspended over the pond there.
I love that.
All the things that you can manifest. The next one we have again is prosperity. Lovely card. Look at all that with the pomegranates and the greenery. There's so many ways. Prosperity isn't just financial wealth or having things. Sometimes we have the greatest prosperity when we're free of all those encumbrances. Be thankful for what we look at, all the things that he's got around him. It looks like he's got, what are those, Ferrero Rocher down here?
Yeah, right.
That's probably not what that is, but that's what I like chocolate. So that's what I see. So look at the prosperity that's already around you. And then you see he's like sprouting, greenery out of his hands. You can bring forward your own abundance that way.
Beautiful.
And then we have achievement. So by employing your inner knowing, you will receive prosperity. And then through the prosperity, you'll have a sense of achievement. And this is one of the few cards that's got other people in it. This might be the only one in this deck. There's actual, beings on either side. And he looks so serene there.
I love that.
Look at that. So, you do achieve a lot already. Yeah. And there's so much that we do in a day that we think is like we just feel like we haven't done anything. And then when you go and look at even the little things during the day that are achievements. I went through a really hard time, when I moved here, and, everybody had their upheaval with the pandemic. But when I started being thankful for every little thing, and watching the language that I use, like saying, instead of saying, "Oh, I got this in the mail," or whatever, I say, "I received it." Like, we don't take a breath, we receive a breath. It's a gift. So if you start to change your language and work that way with things, you're going to see how rich you actually are, how prosperous you already are, and how much you have already achieved.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
So I hope that helps, Pirate.
She said, "Thank you, Juno. Hugs."
Hugs back.
Hugs. And everyone else is talking about chocolate.
Yeah. My second favorite topic, right?
All right. So this is what I've got for you, Pirate. I've got regenerize in the natural world.
Wow.
Beautiful image. Let your inner hunter or huntress take a rest. So I'm not sure if you're pushing it too much or working too hard or, taking on too much, but maybe just some time out, that quiet time, just be still, just be quiet, be like a tree. You know what I mean?
Be like a tree and leave?
Well, no, but be like a tree and be still, right?
I'm just kidding.
Strong in your strength with your roots firmly planted in the ground. So your feet firmly planted in the ground, right? We've got mountain, which is intention. So going out into nature and setting your intentions is what I got from that. And then I've got this, which is beautiful. The view from above, get the big picture. Right? Nice. And so when I look at this and I see the mountain and the intentions, right? Going up to the mountain is the view from above.
Mm-hmm.
So I sort of feel like all 3 of those cards go very nicely together. So going out, just getting quiet, right? Allowing yourself to think, set your intentions, because now you can see the bigger picture, right? That's where you're aiming. Aim high, Don't settle down here. Aim for up there.
Mm-hmm. And when I see the mountains, I think of the saying, excuse me, many paths up the mountain, follow on your own path. You don't have to worry about everybody else, how they're getting there. And if they're using a different method or have different beliefs, they're going to get to the top of the mountain in their own way.
Right. I love that. All right. We are 1 hour and 24 minutes. We will try to get through all of these questions. We will power on. I thank everyone for your patience. We normally don't take these this long, but we are having the most wonderful time. We're giving such beautiful messages. And I can't thank Juno enough for being here and for everyone participating the way that you are in the chat. This is wonderful.
This is fun. I'm loving it.
So Hypnocity, her name is actually Nalini, which is a beautiful name. And she would like to go to a conference in Florida in August. And so let's see if when we pull out, like I can do that, you do a mind, body, and spirit for her. How about that?
Sure. Okay. Because I have my tarot deck that I can tell yes, no, or maybe with.
Okay, do that then.
I'll do one of those and I'll do the other. How's that?
Sure.
She'll get a little extra.
Yep.
Okay.
So she wants to go to Greg Braden's event, but it's going to be a stretch on her budget. So should I go to the conference in Florida in August? Oh my God, you guys, it is so warm in this room.
That's because you're hot stuff, Kelly.
Absolutely. It's okay, Joji. Like, we don't mind. If you can hang in there and wait, we'll get to you, love. But if you can't, that's okay. You can always watch it back on replay, too. We will take your question. We will answer.
And Greg Braden is amazing. I saw him about 20 years ago in Sedona at a Prophets conference. And out of the blue, Spirit gifted me a $600 ticket to a 3-day event.
Wow. And
I got to see... and Greg Braden, it was right before he did his book, The God Code, before that was published. And I think you're going to just, if there's any way you can find a way to go, you'll be glad you did. I know you won't be disappointed. I got to see Alberto Villoldo, and I did a soul retrieval with him. And Ram Dass was there, all these people. And this was before I really knew, I was new to all this at that level. But I like what Patty Palmer says. You only live once. Go.
That's it. That is it. All right. Well, Juno is still shuffling up there. So this is what I've got for you. So this is the Angel Quest Oracle, or Angel... What is it called? The Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. Sorry, I have two decks that are very similar in their names. I get them confused. So the Eight of Water, like the Eight of Cups. Okay. A lot of people consider this card walking away from something that no longer serves you. I like to think of the Eight of Cups as walking towards something. But of course, you have to walk away from another thing before you can walk towards something, right? On this particular card, it says searching, empowerment, and fulfillment. So that's what we're going to go with, right? And we've got the Nine of Fire, or the Nine of Wands. This is about being resilient. This is about putting up your boundaries. This is about being prepared and trying to protect yourself. Think of it as, I've worked really, really hard. I'm almost at the 10, which is the end. Almost there. I'm really, really tired, but I can do it. I just got one more step to go. Just one more step to go, right? And we've got the Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands. So lots of fire energy around you. This is the Queen of Wands is just a beautiful energy. This is someone who is just exuberant, as the card says. Someone who is determined. Someone who is comfortable with standing in their power and loves to shine their light on others to encourage them to also stand in their power. We've got the Three of Fire. This is about goals and vision. And so I pulled another card. I've got choosing your path, which is all is possible. So I believe that the message is you need to go to this. You're going to find a way to get there. And when you are there, you are going to shine your light. It is going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience for you because you are determined. You got determined twice, like resilience and determined, right? You've got fulfillment, right? All is possible. And you also have your goals, and this is your vision. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I love it.
Excuse me.
So that's what I
I
got
love
for you.
all those wands cards. Those are really good. You know, the wands are a good sign. Brings messages and movement and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, ma'am. It's nice to see you.
This is from the, let's see, the Spirit Animal Oracle, which I just love these cards. I love animals anyway. So here's the starfish, open to infinite possibilities. So even though you think, oh, gas is too expensive, I can't go, or what about this and what about that, you've got infinite possibilities here. The starfish is a really powerful symbol. It's also the symbol of man. If you look, the 2 arms, 2 legs, and the head. So I think that's a good sign for you to go. And then we have Crow Spirit. Crow Spirit says co-create with spirit. When these opportunities come up, and I've had this before in my life where it's like, shouldn't I? I really want to do this, but boy, I'm going to have to not eat chocolate for a month or whatever it is you got to give up to go. And then all of a sudden, like how I didn't even know any of these people when this ticket was gifted to me, a $600, back then 20 years ago was even more, more expensive than it would be now. And somehow Spirit said, no, we're going to bring you this opportunity. And it's interesting that it's the same thing, seeing Greg Braden, it's the same issue. And Spirit will find a way. Just ask, co-create with Spirit. And then here, the last card we've got is Giraffe. See the big picture. You'll be so disappointed if you don't go. You're not going to want to look back and say, well, I had to worry about paying this extra money on this bill or something because I didn't go. But you're going to miss out. So, and from the giraffe, he can see everything. He's up tall. He can see stuff that like we only see with drones now. And how interesting that we're getting a different view of our world through the use of all these drones that people use. It's really kind of transformed how I sing. So here's the big drum roll with the Rider-Waite deck. We have the Fool. You're off on a journey, and it's a yes card. You've got Archangel Raphael there guiding you. I'd say, just step off that cliff with faith. In his little bundle there, he's got the pentacle and a wand, all the different, what I want to say, the sword and the cup, they're all in his bundle there. He's ready to go on a journey. He's got the sun behind him. I say, go for it, girl, and have a good time. You're going to love it. You won't be sorry you went. I can guarantee you that. So step out in faith. Spirit's got your back.
Spirit always has your back.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
I hope you like that.
Sorry, I'm searching for, I think that I accidentally, I know that Patty had to leave, so I unstarred her question.
Okay.
And I didn't mean to unstar her question. And so now I'm trying to find it. And I can't find it. And I've gone too far up that I don't want to let go. So bear with me for 1 second, everybody.
Should I do a little dance with my fingers?
Absolutely. You know what that reminds me of? The old telephone book commercials. Let your fingers do the walking.
Let your fingers do the walking through the yellow pages. Is that what it was?
Yeah. You see, that's just showing you how old we all are.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? There's the art.
Yeah, talk amongst yourself. Talk to a ball. Do whatever you want. No. Okay, I've got it. Okay. Thank goodness. Okay. So Joji is up next. And then we have Marie Henson. And I will have to try to find Patty's question. All right, here we go. Let me go all the way down to the bottom now. Oh, thank you, Patty. You're so kind. Thank you. Okay, so Joji, I thank you so much for hanging out with me for so long. Sorry, but that just is a good sign. See that? We were having such a good time.
It's my pleasure. I'm loving it. Thank you so much. And thanks for making it so easy on me. I appreciate that, Kelly.
Listen. Thank you for saying, but it's all good.
I mean it, or I wouldn't say it.
I know you do. And I love you for it.
And, I wasn't nervous coming into, like a little bit just because I'm doing something different, but knowing I was with you and you helped me so much when I was just getting started and trying to figure out how to do my own videos, Kelly, you were so generous and you spent time with me on Zoom until I figured it out, even though I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And you gave me the most excellent instructions because I was able to do it from what you told me. So I'm deeply indebted to you.
You are very kind. Thank you.
You help so many people, Kelly. You really do.
You're going to make me cry. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you saying that. Everyone, you know what? We all need to be, we all need to know that we matter, that we belong. But to have someone say something like that and give you that kind of love and support, I mean, honestly, it literally can bring me to tears.
Well, I've had 3 great people that have helped me. And, Danny encouraged me to even start this and get going with it. And then Joan helped me get going. She worked with me like 6 different times. We got together and did Zoom practices to figure out how to do these kind of things together. And then, you're the third part of that triad that's why I'm here. So you helped me out when I had struggled for weeks to try to figure out what to do on my own. And I'm not a computer idiot. I know how to figure things out, and I just couldn't pull it together. And Kelly was so gracious and just really, really grateful. And also to your hubby for being supportive. And, you're lucky to have a wonderful man in your life like that.
I am. He's kind of all right. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Joji, I have the most amazing cards for you. At least I think they're amazing. Is it okay if I go ahead, Juno?
Please do.
And thank you very much for all your kind words. I am grateful. And I am blessed.
Oh, no, thank you.
This could go on forever. No.
Yeah.
Joji, this is what I got for you, love. Look at this card. Just look at that. Look at the beautiful, 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 sort of that blue hue all over it. It's just gorgeous. So it is time for a change. Do not wait or put off decisions any longer. So don't panic when you see that, because that kind of sounds a little off-putting. I promise you, they're beautiful. We have the otter. I love this card. I want to be that otter. I want to be floating right next to the otter, actually. The otter and I have
the lily pads.
Yeah. Well, the otter and I having a chat, It's like, hey, I don't know why. Every time I look at this picture, that's what I think of. So this is initiations. Be open through this transitional time. That's what the change is. The change is a transitional time. We have stepping into your power. You are strong beyond measure. Now, I literally had 3 cards pop out, and this is what they all are. We've got wandering path. Enjoy the journey.
Nice.
And we have grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands.
Isn't that the truth?
I mean, I don't know what else to say. Those are beautiful, beautiful cards. So allow yourself to step into your power. Allow yourself the grace and gratitude to enjoy the journey. Be open to it.
Nice.
It's amazing when you get to the grace and gratitude. You know, when you feel that little bit, sort of like if you're carrying any weight around, past hurts, whatever, when you feel that little bit sort of fall off, that first release fall off, go away, roll away, whatever verbiage you want to put on it, when you feel that little bit of peace coming back to your heart, it is the most amazing experience ever. And you will never want it to stop. And only takes one time.
Gets the ball rolling, you know. Just being being thankful for the lesson. So in other words, you know, when it is a challenge, embrace it. Don't build it up. The more you fight it, the worse it is. So if you go, okay, I'm in this, whatever this challenge is, it goes much easier. Way easier. And then this card goes with what you're saying, Panther Spirit. Reclaim your power. That was exactly what you were saying. And when I did that soul retrieval with Alberto Valdoldo, I became the panther. It's like that stereotypical thing when I looked in the pool of water, I wasn't there anymore. I saw a black panther. It was really, really cool. And it was about reclaim your power. We're all such powerful beings, and we let all this outside stuff dictate how our mood is going to be instead of just focusing on, you know, I don't have to take that in, you know, it's your choice. And here's the beautiful owl spirit. What does he say? You see clearly now. And then you think about when owls fly and the way their wings are made, they move silently, you know, and when you really have power, you can just stand there and be quiet. The silence is so much more powerful than just yammering away and trying to fill space with word salad. Yeah.
I do that. Used to do
we all do.
More so than I do now. For me, it was a bit of an occupational hazard, believe it or not. But secondly, it was my anxiety. I would get nervous in a certain situation, which make me talk. And if someone looked at me because my concentration wasn't where it should be, and my focus wasn't where it should be, what was in my mind wasn't coming out of my mouth, and people would look at me kind of like, what? And then I would get even more nervous, right? And then the chain reaction starts, and then I would feel the need to explain myself because I was trying to redeem myself, right? And if I had have known then what I know now, which I'm still learning, to just take a moment and pause and breathe, you know, and let it sort of flow around, and then let it come out. That's the best way to be. But I do it all the time, and I don't mean to. But I'm in the phase still of every time that you say something and it's like, oh my God, that's fantastic. You know what I mean? Like I'm still in that phase. I'm so fascinated by it. Whenever spirit like does something, like we get the same cards or we get the similar. I'm like, oh my God. And I really need some like duct tape is what I need. But
I have the same issue. I totally get what you're saying, and it comes from our anxiety and our sense of insecurity that we keep needing to explain it. When I remember the poem Desiderata, and I think the first line is, "Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence." And the best way to get somebody's attention to say when you're saying something really important isn't to shout it; it's to whisper it, because they'll all wonder why. Oh, maybe I need to get quiet so I can hear what they're saying.
Yeah. My mother used to call that a cool cucumber.
Yeah, that's right. The third card I've got here is Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being. I love that. We have a lot of these little lizards here in Arizona, and I just love seeing them. And the dogs love chasing them. But and then it's weird because if they get caught, they'll drop their tail. Like their tail just falls off. That doesn't kill them. They let go of their baggage and they go forward because that's how they survive. Dream your world into being. What is it that you want to see? Look at how he's using those two blades of grass or sticks or whatever they are kind of going in opposite directions, but he's finding a way to maneuver those, and creating his own way.
I love it. Marie says geckos or skinks.
Mm-hmm. I think we have geckos here than the skinks, but there might be skinks more out in the desert. You just don't want to run into what do they call it? The Gila monster. Those are bad news. They're really beautiful though.
I don't want no part of that. It doesn't even sound special. Mim says we had blue-tailed skinks. Love them so much. Okay, so this is Marie Henson. We're going to take a departure from those questions. So I think Mom downplayed Dad's hip. Knows I will worry. Knows I need my eyes fixed first so I can drive in Florida. And so I think that Marie, just you're still here, so I want to make sure that I get this right. I think that the question is Mom downplaying Dad's hip because she knows that you're going to worry? So let's see if we can, because we don't like to do medical questions, but let's throw some cards and see what we can tell you about the situation. Hi, Allie. Hello, my friend.
Hey, Allie. Happy to see you. I pulled out my messages from your angels deck from Doreen Virtue. This is probably one of my oldest decks that I have. I got this 30 years ago, probably.
Yeah, Joji, we just did you. I did you at the beginning, or like before Juno did. Sorry, you just missed it. We literally just finished your reading. Hi, T-Barb.
Hey, T-Barb.
No apologies. You're here now. So, Juno and I have been on for 1 hour and 46 minutes and counting. We are doing Marie's question here, and then we will have one more question, which is Patty Palmer's, and then we are done. And I thank you kindly, Juno, for hanging out and getting all the questions answered with me. That was very kind of you.
My pleasure.
All right, Marie, what can we tell Marie? What's going on with Marie?
I'll wait while you.
No, you can go ahead, love.
You sure? Okay. Let's see what the angels have to tell us today. Well, first card, let's do it this way. I'm going to have to, I'll show you the card and then I'm going to have to turn it up right side up so I can read it, unless I can do it this way. Nope, I can't read it. Little visual impairment going on here. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or a pedicure. So I'm hearing from that, this is, you got to take care of you, and I know your vision, your eyes are very important and you can't mess around with that. And my parents, God bless them, they're passed over now, but they would each do things and put something off to benefit the other one and whatever. And then they suffered and if it's like the thing on the airplane, if it's going down, if you got a baby on your lap, you got to put the oxygen mask on yourself. Take care of yourself because you can't help the others unless you're in good shape. So it's easy to get caught up though when it's family members or those we love into how we see that. The next card I have is Layla, sorry. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So, when you tune in, you'll get the right answer. And you know what? There's enough healing to go around for everybody. You don't have to have one happen before the other can happen. There's a way. Spirit can make amazing things happen for us. At least that's what my experience has been. And the last card, Merlina. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. And sometimes that expert advice comes from our higher self too. But I can also see this as seeking out your own medical care. And even though I know your father is struggling, it's important for him to know that you're taking care of yourself too. It's a lot. We can really get caught up and get hooked into each other's stuff, when if we just took care of ourselves, tended our own garden, it would help everybody in the big picture. So I hope that's helpful.
It's beautiful. Well done, my friend. Okay, this is what I've got, Marie. So I've got the Lover's card. Is the first card out. This is about relationships and emotions, choices, blending those energies. Obviously, that's, you and your mom and your dad, and your mom and your dad worried about you worrying about your mom and your dad, and right, your mom worrying about your dad, you worrying about your dad. You know what I mean? It's that whole thing. So it comes from a good place, right? Mm-hmm. We've got the Six of Fire. This is about success. It's about self-esteem. It's about being recognized and being seen, right? Mm-hmm. It's oftentimes referred to as, the victory card, but I think in this case it's about being seen. I think that you want to be there for your parents because you think that that's what you're supposed to do, because you think that that's what they want you to do, right? None of us want to let our parents down. Trust me. I mean, I'd cut my right arm off if I could be at my mother's assistance. But in order for you to assist them, you have to assist yourself first, right? Following that, I've got the Empress card. I mean, look at what she's doing in this card. She's literally holding her baby, and look at the size of the heart beside her.
Wow.
Okay. This is about abundance, action, and creation is what is on the bottom of this card. The Empress is the divine female energy of the tarot. It's about nurturing. It's about love. So nurture yourself. Love yourself so you can nurture your dad and love your dad, right? On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Water. Now, remember before I said that sometimes the Eight of Cups can be walking away from something, but it can also be walking towards something. In this particular case, this is the overlying energy of the deck. Of the reading of the deck. I'll be all right. Can you tell that I'm tired? Yes, it is. It is a shield. You're right, Mims. This is walking away from the burden that you are placing on yourself, that you have to be there for your dad, or they're not telling you the full story. I'm not trying to get into your family's business, but I speak from personal experience. You can really take yourself down a rabbit hole when you start thinking that people aren't telling you everything that you need to know, because that's the idea that you get in your head. So just be really careful of that. That's just a personal thing that isn't in the cards, but I think that it's walking away from you thinking that you're not doing enough, right? Yeah. I've got peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside of your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greatest spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. So you get yourself looked after, your mom is looking after your dad, and then you can all look after each other because you'll be able to, is what I get from that. So I hope that helps, my love.
And when you're dealing with parents and stuff that when I see this downplay word, and you're thinking your mom is downplaying it. And if she is, that's her choice to be honored too. That's her comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times people are doing things, making decisions, and they're doing what they think is right for them to do. And it's hard to stand back and watch things sometimes, but sometimes that's our role. It's just to be there as witness. And then, like you're saying, take care of yourself, because that's what's important to your parents, is that you're taking care of yourself, and your vision is nothing to take for granted or mess with. And you want to be able to drive. You want to have your mobility, because then you're less dependent on anyone else. So find a way. There's a way to help everyone in this situation, that it all is a win-win-win for everybody.
Absolutely. I hope that helps, Marie. And best of luck to you in your upcoming surgery, and your dad. Hope that your dad's well. We send him, love and prayers. I wanted to say hi to Sharon Sipe, and Mims is here. Allie is here.
Hey, Sharon Sipe.
Thank you, everybody, for being here and for hanging out with us. This is Junosphere, for anyone that hasn't caught on to that yet.
Just the Junosphere right there.
Everybody is chatting away in the chat and sharing and participating, and we just love that.
Awesome.
We just love that. All right, so Patty Palmer is up. Our last question. 1 hour and 56 minutes. We're on a wee bit of a marathon. What can I tell you, friends? I thank you so kindly for being here with me and hanging out.
That's why I took a nap before we started. That's right.
Because you've seen my show once or twice before, so you knew what would happen. Is that what you're saying? I gotcha.
Yeah, don't tell anybody that I often take a nap in the morning.
Okay, so Patty Palmer.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharon Sipe. I need them. My electric just went out. Worried. I have to do breathing treatments. So I know you're not really good at the computer, Patty. We're going to throw a few cards here for you. I want you to try to remain calm. Don't type anything. But when you get off of here, I think that it might be a wise thing for you to do to I don't know in the States, like here in Canada, I could tell you what to do, but I'm not sure what to tell you to do in the States. Maybe phone the electric company if you know the number, or maybe the local, like maybe a neighbor.
And or even the fire department, and let the fire department know that you've got a life-threatening situation going on for yourself. You never know. Sometimes they might have a generator or some way to help you.
Yeah. I would start with the neighbor. Just, I mean, I know in Canada, for example, when our internet and our cable and all of that went out on Friday, people were phoning 911. Saying, what do I do? And the police were tweeting not to do that, because they were people weren't able to get through even on landlines.
Right, so, that's true.
So they were telling you not to do that. So I would encourage you to check with a neighbor first to see if their power is out, and then if their power is out, then maybe they might be able to give you an update, if that makes sense. Ooh, beautiful cards. Beautiful.
That's interesting. The last card I pulled is Reclaim Your Power.
Wow.
Declare, my power will come back on.
Right?
You just, hey, why not? What's it going to hurt? Right?
I mean, do it. That's what I say.
Yeah.
All right. What you got, love?
Well, the first card I got was Brown Bear Spirit, Take Time Out. So to me, this is, sit down and I know I don't mean this to sound like a pun, but breathe. I mean, really do what you can on your own to keep breathing. take time out. Don't worry about, I've got to wash the dishes or I've got to whatever, do some laundry. This is time just to sit and be quiet, and tune in and focus. And in the meantime, you will find a way to be able to breathe, to keep you going until the power comes back on, is what I'm hearing. But don't expend energy in worry, because that'll just deplete you. Visualize that power coming right back on. And then here we have dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love, and you love yourself. This is again about self-care.
Card is too cute, by the way.
Give yourself a big hug. Love this card. My dogs look like this, very similar.
They wear flowers on their hips.
They do, and they have a little third eye, little thingy, a little bindi going on. Actually, my one dog, Comet, he's all black, and I called him Comet because he's got what they call a Malin streak, like a Nike swish on his back of his neck. So he's kind of like that. And here we go again. Here's the Panther spirit. Reclaim your power. Just give it, instead of asking, like beseeching and coming from a place of worry for your power to come back on, just declare it and say, Spirit, bring the power back on, or bring me the solution that'll get me through until that time. And you can hold your thumbs. If I teach you a little Jinshinjutsu, just holding your thumbs helps the breath. Just simply, you don't have to get too fussy about it. You can hold either thumb, and it really helps you breathe. It's a leader of the parade. And one other thing, I can't demonstrate it to you, but I know you know how to do this. If you're in a sitting position, cross your hands and hold the insides of your knees. That's the prime mover. And I'll tell a story another time, but a very dear friend and an instructor in this had swam into a pot of jellyfish, and all she could do, she said it was like breathing through a coffee straw. She got herself to the beach. She plopped on her side because she couldn't breathe. She said it was like breathing through a coffee straw. She did this move, crossing your hands and holding the inside of her knees, and she survived. And most people die from that, from anaphylactic shock. So This is very powerful help. In the meantime, while you're waiting for the power to come on or waiting to hear, hold the insides of your knees. And if it's hard to reach right at the inside of your knees, just go up a little way on the inside of your thigh when you find a tender spot and hold there, whatever's comfortable. You can do it laying in bed on your side. You can do it sitting in the chair, but that can help you with your breathing until your problem gets resolved. So I'll send you lots of love and healing and fresh air for those lungs.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Juno. Kathleen is also suggesting to possibly call a hospital in your area, Patty. Usually they will have resources to direct you.
Exactly.
And also to call the electric company and tell them that they will that you needed a breathing treatment, and they will bump you forward in the queue.
I know some towns or cities, like when with your, not today wouldn't maybe be the time, but maybe tomorrow when, say, the business office is open, if you let them know that you depend on life-saving equipment, if the power goes out, they can put you on a special list, like maybe your power gets put back on sooner. Right. It may not help you immediately right now, but you might want to look at that as an option for down the road, knowing that you have that as a concern.
That's great advice.
Send you lots of blessings, Patty Palmer.
Absolutely. I got the tree again. Reminds me of the Keebler elf tree. Sorry.
It does. Now I want cookies.
Right. The tree of wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. I don't know if it's the wish of your power coming back on, but that's what I've got. We've got the currents of emotions. Mm-hmm. So
there's currents with power again.
Yeah. Now this is uncontrolled feelings, and I think that, I'm not trying to suggest that you do this. I'm just going out and saying I think that this is upsetting you, right? This is making you. I don't want to say it's panicking you, but you're getting very anxious. I would be too. Patty's saying in the chat that she'll call the electrical company. She's on it.
Good.
We've got Lotus Resurrection.
Beautiful.
Whenever I see the lotus, I think of, the petals just sort of, like imagine like the sun shining on the petals, their petals are closed, and they just slowly sort of like unfold and open up and start to, suck up the light and the power from the sun. I feel like tapping into the strength, that's the tree, right? Dealing with your emotions, allowing that to release, roll off, go away, put them where they need to go. I don't know what is the matter with me. I cannot find any words, but I hope you're all following this, right? You're opening up. And then I have Owl Spirit, which is wisdom. And I love this card. You notice how the owl has its wings spread and it's right over her as if it's protecting her. So your wisdom is protecting you, right? Your wisdom is guiding you. And then notice how she has wings. It almost appears as if she's being sort of like, imagine her just standing there and the owl is kind of like with a helping hand behind her back. Like, I don't know why I feel that, but that's what I see in that picture.
I see the light emanating off that owl too, just beaming down on her. Look how bright that light is.
Yeah. So
beautiful.
You take that with the unfoldment, and you take that with the power, and when you look at that tree picture, look at all the light behind it.
Right.
Beautiful. You have the power within you to guide you, to direct you, to tap into when you need it. And I think that there was a reason why you joined us today. We didn't know that your power was going to go out, but I almost feel like you needed to hear these messages because your power went out.
And she said it had gone out previously, and the thing is okay, now we're living in times where none of us knows, no matter where we live, and it might not be because of a storm. Like, figure out what going forward, how can I protect myself? Make a relationship with and find out, is it the fire department that I call? Is it the hospital? Who do I call in a situation like this, considering that I have a health related concern? And then you're going to be empowered because you're going to know what to do instead of panicking because all of a sudden I'm in it. And having no power is no fun, believe me.
No, it's not. I hear that. We had our power on Friday, but literally we couldn't do anything. So no TV, no internet, no landline, no cell phone.
Wow.
It was a long day. And you're like, okay, I'll read a book. Okay, well, I've read one. Now what do I do? Do you know what I mean? It was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It felt very like you feel very disconnected because literally like you couldn't even phone anyone. Hospitals were turning people away. People couldn't get through to 911. Like the debit machines were down. It was it was scary, and it was across the entire country. And so my point when I was saying that is just to Juno's point, right? It's a good reminder that, okay, so tomorrow when we get past this, now that might not help you right now, but hopefully the knowledge of knowing that now I know what to do so that if this happens again, I will be safer or in a better position to look after myself so that I don't panic. Hopefully at least that knowledge helps, right? It's the wisdom that you can tap into to stop yourself from getting yourself upset and anxious, because that also will take your power away in terms of your breathing. Right?
And if you find out who you're supposed to call or whatever, make a list in big letters and post it on your refrigerator so that you're not trying to go, oh, it's been 6 months. I forgot. What was that? Who was that? And what was their number? And then you're panicking because you can't find it. Yeah. Post it, put it somewhere where you can really access it easily. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on your.
No. I'm reading something in the chat there. I would say to you, Patty, to reach out to the electrical company if you can and then possibly see, if a neighbor around you, or maybe you have family or a friend or something that you can call upon, just so that they know that you're okay. Maybe you could do like that buddy check-in thing, right?
Yeah, and find out what are your options. Is there a way to have some sort of a generator or something in case something like this happens? Like I've got my little crank radio. If our power goes out, it's a solar powered or a crank, either way. So at least I can get the emergency signals, things like that, that I have all those things in a big plastic bin. So God forbid something happens. I'm not trying to run around and find it. It's right there. And make sure you've got your charger cords handy.
Right.
Your car charger, or whatever it is you might need. I think this is just good information for any of us these days, because none of us knows. Everything is so in such a state of flux and the best thing we can do is be forewarned and forearmed, and then trust in spirit that spirit will look out for us and get us through whatever it is.
Yeah.
But we got to do our part too. We can't just, say, oh, spirit, do everything for me. We have to do our due diligence ahead of time too.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what's going on in the chat, but it looks like it's being handled between Connie and False Teeth World's Rare and Kathleen Daylight Worker. That's what I was reading. So I was like, did I miss a question? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Anyways, Patty, we of course send you lots of love and hope that you get your power back on real soon. I want to say thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. This is Junosphere. Please do go check her out. If you haven't already subscribed to her channel, please go show our friend some love. She's a wonderful person, a fantastic addition to our community, and we're thrilled that she started her channel. And hopefully, if we're really, really nice, she will come back and visit
I'd be on. You name it. And I'm going to be doing a lot of different things right now. I'm putting up a lot of going through the different tarot cards according to each month. That goes coordination with the video that I do every month with Joan, Wisdom Seeker Joan. But I'm going to be teaching self-help, showing you simple things you can do, holding like thumb for worry, index finger for fear, or you can hold them both at the same time, worry and fear. I do this a lot these days, and I'll tell you what got me through the dental stuff.
I have to say to you honestly, like I'm watching you do that on the screen, and I'm envisioning in my head everyone sitting there going, "Hold on, what?" And they're all pulling all their knuckles apart. That's like trying to figure out what you do.
Yeah, and there's no pull my finger. It's not that kind of a deal, But here's what I'll tell you: the simple thing, everybody. Until you learn all those specifics, you don't have to know what they do. Just hold each finger. 5 inhales and exhales for each finger will help all the attitudes, the worry, fear, anger, all of that. And it also helps all your organs, harmonizes your organs. So don't even focus on the details yet. Just go and do it. And the thumb is the leader of the parade. That's why babies suck their thumb, because they're harmonizing. Babies are very wise. So if nothing else, hold your thumbs or the inside of your knees. But thank you so much, Kelly. I'm a live virgin no more.
Nope.
You got me over the hump. So thank you so much. And I send you so much love and really appreciate you. And I spent my summers in Canada every year, so I always feel like I have Canada really holds a special place in my heart. So
well, you're very kind for saying. I appreciate that.
Everybody,
Juno, thank you. Now, you said that you're doing the thing with Joan that's once a month, and when does it come out? At the
beginning of each month. Yeah.
Okay.
Where Joan tunes it. Like I throw cards about that. We talk about the different holidays of that month and who the month was named after, and Joan tunes into them on a spiritual level, and we talk about that, and it's kind of it's really kind of a fun thing that we're doing. So I invite you guys to check us out. And then I do the tarot cards through the month that do further explanation about which card for each period in the month. So
awesome.
We're going to do a lot more fun stuff. And I'll be talking about crystals and all kinds of fun things on my channel.
Good stuff. Well, I'm so glad that you came. I don't even know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Seriously, I don't know. Some days I wonder, friends. So yes. Oh yes, I do have something important to say, to share. So, doing the daily readings on my channel, I'm running a contest of sorts this week. Monday through Friday, you must be subscribed to the channel. Watch the daily readings. Leave a comment. I'm going to enter everyone's name. And on Friday, live, I will draw 2 people for a 30-minute free read each. So make sure that you watch that. Monday, Circle of Friends Tarot. Sonia Rain Lee is our guest at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesday, I'm on with Kathleen J. Lightworker. She has sent me an email. I'm not sure what time it is. I will let you know. Look for the notification on Kathleen J. Lightworker's channel because she had to change time because she's taking a class. It's the only reason I don't know. Normally it's 8:30 p.m. Eastern, but 7:45 Tuesday night. There you go. Thank you, Kathleen. And then Wednesday, I'll be back here at dzncats for me at 9 p.m. Eastern with On a Banana. So I'm doing 2 new channel first lives. So first being Juno and the second one being On a Banana here on dzncats. So I'm very excited that you guys have trusted that, moment with me. So it means an awful lot to me. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't forget our code word, hugs. Type hugs in a chat wherever you may be and watch the hugs fly up the screen. It's a code for we need support. We need love. We need someone to help us out. So type in capital hugs, capital letters hugs. That's anyways, I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for being so patient with us while we answered all your questions today. It was a pleasure. We love you lots, and we send you many blessings. Mwah!
Love you guys. Thanks for coming by.
Bye, everybody.